But we're going back to that wonderful island of Dr. Moreau.
Come on, man.
Also known as Transanity.
Stop it!
Wisconsin.
We don't give a fuck.
Socialist candidate for governor.
Did you really think we cared?
Says the hospitals should be ashamed of themselves.
Why?
For being such cowards in stopping mutilation of your children.
You're a fucking idiot.
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this, just because Lindsey Graham has passed away, doesn't mean being retarded stops.
My name is Admiral Rachel Levine.
But it's what's next. A happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Jasper Gonzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this day. Well, you got so many things going on right now. You still have a situation with Iran and in the U.S. The U.S. is carpet bombing them as we speak. And surprisingly, gas prices are going down. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway, you still have the World Cup going on. Of course, it doesn't really matter right now because the U.S. is no longer in it. You have the preliminary trial or hearing of Tyler Robinson, the killer of Charlie Kirk. Candace Owens continuing to lose her fucking mind. But, let me not forget, of course, the sudden passing of Lindsey Graham, senator out of South Carolina. And unfortunately, we found out that it was due to a heart attack. And, of course, prayers and thoughts to his loved ones. But we're going to go back to the tried and true. We're going to go back to, sun's hot, water's wet, and, of course, people are still retarded. Transanity. Yes. Sadly won't just go away. It needs to just go away, but it's here. But anyway, we go to Wisconsin, where you have a socialist candidate for governor, says the hospitals should be ashamed of themselves for being such cowards in stopping the mutilation of your children. Yes, she makes no bones about it. She's out to wreck your kids' lives. And here we go. This coming out of Breitbart. Francesca Hahn, socialist candidate for Wisconsin governor, says it was cowardly for hospitals to stop transing your kids. That's her right there. And of course, I would say she has no shot in hell winning this, but it's Wisconsin. It's a toss-up. Wisconsin Democrat socialist gubernatorial candidate, state representative Francesca Hahn, claimed it was cowardly for hospitals to stop providing sex-change drugs and surgeries to your children. Hahn once again, backed her gender-affirming care. Remember that? Remember those lovely buzzwords, gender affirming? When was the last time we heard that? Let me think. Oh yeah, Dick Levine, Rear Admiral under the Dementia Administration. Yes, dude who thought he was a chick. And an ugly one at that. For confused youth during a, quote, community conversations live stream with Brick Cider on Sunday. Who? Exactly. Quote, everyone in our state deserves to feel safe. Stop right there. That's a full stop. You can mean that a number of ways. Feel safe. Let's see. Feel safe from drugs being pushed into your towns. Feel safe from youngins running amok, stealing, looting, robbing, sucker punching, old women, beating up people, ending people. But no, she doesn't mean it that way. She means from the alphabet community and deserves a life of dignity. Again, full stop, dignity. Being trans is dignified. Okay. And be themselves in their most authentic selves. Again, another buzzword. Any legislation that comes on my desk that attacks the alphabet community will be immediately vetoed, she said. And that our schools, have to make sure that we're providing mental health resources. Again, mental health. Hello. And equipping our educators, our school counselors, and our school psychiatrists with the resources they need to be able to support our students. Again, telling your kids, stop being mental. But she doesn't mean it that way. Let's hear a little bit from her.
How will you ensure that LGBTQ plus students feel safe in our state and schools?
Everyone in our state deserves to feel safe, and our LGBTQ students and community deserve to live a life of dignity and be themselves, their most authentic selves.
Yes,
Any
authentic.
legislation that comes on my desk that attacks the LGBT community will be an immediate veto, and that our schools, we have to make sure that
she's fighting for the cause. In January, Hong similarly called for expanding access to sex change drugs and surgery. She also supports using taxpayer dollars to do so, not raising private funds, but using your money to do so. We have to look at expanding healthcare, especially gender-affirming care. And right now, when our hospitals are under threat, Hong said during an appearance on Take Two podcast, No One Cares, we have to make sure that communities are coming together to stand up for trans rights. Look at the ways we invest in clinics and still provide that care, to be vocal about uplifting trans joy. Trans joy. Have you seen Ellen Page lately? Does that look like joy to you? Anyway, and defending trans lives.
Our queer and trans communities contribute so much, and they are leaders, they're educators, they're creatives, and no one should strip anyone of their humanity. I think it's cowardly to target a vulnerable community, a community that just wants to live.
Because if they wanted to live, they would leave the rest of us alone. We go from that to this. This is Jennifer Welch. She's 50 plus years old, not married, no kids, has 15 cats, and slams Riley Gaines for calling Ellen Page what she is, a chick.
Elliot Page steps out on the red carpet in London, and Riley Gaines has a stage 5 meltdown regarding this. Like, nobody on the planet would think much of this. Actors step on the red carpet all the time. Riley Gaines, stage 5 meltdown.
Yes, that's true that most actors would step on the red carpet and no one would blink an eye. But then again, when you have someone like Ellen Page who pretends to be a dude who actually had her breasts chopped off, Ellen Page simply was being called out. She was being called out by Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines calling out facts. And who's having the meltdown? Hags like this.
A single person with a functioning brain and a shred of honesty looks at this woman and sees a man. I see an insecure woman who was sold a lie that cutting off her body parts would make her something she will never become. Quite sad, really. The breed of Christianity that...
Again, this is a woman who is known for attacking Christians, for just calling out facts in regards to God's love and how his creation was. One man, one woman, and the line shall never be blurred. My thoughts. Fact of the matter is, I would say that in Wisconsin, that you would have someone like this get laughed off the stage. But then again, we've seen nonsensical garbage like this appear in Ohio, in Iowa, and of course now we have Wisconsin. So now we have a socialist candidate. Has no shot. Didn't we say that about New York? Didn't we say the same thing about New York, that 25 years after 9/11, that you would have a commie Muslim running for mayor, would have no shot in hell in winning? Oh, he won, and he won big. Why? Because you had these millennials and Gen Zers, and of course a lot of outside money flowing into his candidacy to help him win. Now, with her, it's different. It's Wisconsin, smaller state. You have a much more bigger conservative community. So the likelihood of her winning or her even getting to the finals, i.e. going up against a Republican candidate, are slim. But there's always that possibility. Transanity, sadly, is not dying. It's not picking up steam, but it's not dying either. Because as long as you have those like this, Welch, Hag, Ellen Page, other fools in Hollywood, the Odyssey. The Odyssey's getting trashed right now. Absolutely. Nolan's career is getting trashed right now because he chose to do race swapping and to do gender swapping and not call it out for what it is. I decided to do a movie for modern audiences. I'm sorry. I took a little side road there. Anyway, yes, at the end of the day, they're all retarded. And being a retard doesn't stop. Just because the sun's hot, water's wet, you being retarded, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.